mentioned the Pan-South African Language Board, PanSALB, alongside media research company Focal Points, have announced the shortlisted words as candidates for the 2025 SA Word of the Year. Let's talk now to PanSALB Executive Head or Acting Executive Head of Languages, Dr Sally Maepa, on this process. Good to have you, Dr Maepa, and thank you for your time. Well, we hear yourselves and Focal Point have joined heads, and now you have a short list of words that would possibly be making it as South African Word of the Year. And somebody might think, okay, how do we get to that part? What is the process that leads up to that particular point, and how does it all work?
Thank you for having me, Thabo, and good day to you and to our viewers at home. The South African Word of the Year is a word, a term, or maybe an expression that reflects the life of the country through language. So it captures the mood or the preoccupations of South Africans in a particular year. So for a word to qualify, there must be a clear evidence that its usage has increased significantly over the past 12 months. We track keywords from the 1st of January to the end of the year using credible data sources, of course, and this will include your print media, your broadcast media, and social media platforms. So the mainstream media is important because it reflects the national debates. It also reflects the policy discussions and serious social issues, while the social media, on the other hand, allows us to see how language moves among ordinary people, especially our young people, and how quickly the expressions gain popularity. So we aim for balance, and the words must show a verified media spikes and strong social traction. So in that way, the shortlist reflects both what is making headlines and what people are saying on the ground.
In your experience, I mean, are these linked to global events? Are these linked to domestic events that are taking place, and therefore people become preoccupied with that? So, for example, if we had G20 or we have a Soccer World Cup, that would become the expressions, at least, that begin to come up and become dominant.
Prominent way mainstream media often linked to national or societal issues. So the second category, which is your social media of the Word of the Year, it captures everyday language, the youth expression, and viral trends. So some words emerge from political or social realities, while others come from humor or maybe popular culture. So together, these categories allow us to reflect both the seriousness of our national challenges and the vibrancy of our lived experiences.
This year's shortlist includes serious terms like femicide and lighter social slang like how do you get to that? I mean, what does that reflect versus what we have been preoccupied with, I suppose, in other quarters of life?
Like I said, the one for the mainstream, it reflects the national or societal issues, while the other one, it reflects the social media or what is trending in the social media, especially for the youth.
Do you ever get surprised when you look at a word and you say, "Ooh, how did that happen?" Are you ever surprised as PanSALB on sudden popularity or cross-culture popularity of a particular word?
It's Batini Bona, they stood out. So like the Batini Bona, which literally means what do they say in isiZulu, has evolved into a casual greeting across different communities. So we also saw global influences, rage bait, a term describing provocative online content, gaining local relevance, especially in relation to election-related discourse. So some words that have always existed, like nonchalant or aura, suddenly spiked in usage, while locally coined words really captured attention. For example, umgo or ukugowisha, which we know is an isiXhosa English blend, meaning going through a lot. It went viral because it resonated with everyday struggles.
Now, are there particular languages or communities whose words are constantly represented in that list, or maybe even those who are underrepresented in that list?
Yeah, there are those words, like for instance, historically, indigenous language were underrepresented, particularly in the mainstream. So the introduction of the social media category has helped us to address this balance, I mean the imbalance, as Indigenous languages now feature more prominently on the shortlist. It has been an important step towards inclusivity and linguistic equity for, on our side, Tab.
Yeah. Digital platforms, how have they influenced language and maybe even culture? I mean, does that measure up in terms of what you're looking at? Do you get a sense of how this particular trend or this particular line of language or terminology or expression is largely influenced by a digital space?
I can say platforms like TikTok have increased global influence on local languages, especially among young people. Terms like OOT, meaning outfit of the day, show how global digital culture blends into local expressions. Even when older generations may not fully understand these terms, they reflect how language evolves alongside technology, creativity, and new forms of social and economic participation.
This year, you have expanded your campaign to be a little bit more inclusive. Just tell us a little bit more about how you're going about that process.
For us to make sure that we include everyone, we don't leave everyone behind, we have introduced the SASL, which is South African Sign Language Sign of the Year, which follows a different process, of course. While the spoken language data is tracked through media monitoring partners, the SASL selection is conducted internally with the support of our structure, which is the South African Sign Language National Language Body. So this ensures linguistic accuracy, it ensures the cultural sensitivity and meaningful representation. So recognizing this SASL Sign of the Year promotes the inclusivity and affirms South African Sign Language as a living and evolving official language.
All right, we appreciate your time. That's Dr. Maepa, the acting executive head of languages at PanSALB on the word of the year. Now, that shortlist is out, and Madlanga Commission on that list: G20, artificial intelligence, government of national unity, tariffs, of course, femicide, national dialogue, rage bait, hauhonahali, ama 1K, valid, nonchalant, nodolozana, OOTD, clock it, aura. Some of the words, we'll see which one is going to make it as the word of the year. Let's turn to this.